while talking about her future and potentially returning to the MCU, Natalie Portman was asked about the return of Mighty Thor. And she says, well, she's keen on doing it, but Marvel Studios isn't talking or contacting her and hasn't since the release of the last film. Okay, so let's be clear about this. If Marvel Studios is dead silent, that's not bad. Charlie Cox, he said multiple times, even after he did the Spider-Man thing, dead silence for months. After he did She-Hulk, dead silence for months. Same with Vincent D'Onofrio, same with multiple other actors, directors as well. So Portman was recently part of a round of interviews just talking about everything, and of course the MCU gets brought up and her role as Mighty Thor. And they brought up how they kind of went in a different direction. Many people thought Mighty Thor would survive and be Thor, and that Chris Hemsworth Thor would kind of be sidelined because of his diagnosis, his medical condition, right? That's not the case. They killed off Jane. So what do? They can always bring her back. It looks like it's like a pocket dimension of death in Valhalla. Again, we don't know what they're going to do, but Portman said she had a great time. There's still a lot more to do with the character, especially if you've read the comics, but she's heard nothing. Radio silence. Since the press tour with the release of the film, she said nobody's talked to her, nobody's contacted her, literally dead silence. So she doesn't even know what's happening with the next Thor film or if she's returning in anything else. Now, if you guys have been keeping up with it, it's been rumored that she will appear in the next Thor film, which would honestly make sense. They are working on that. We know that for a fact. But also that she might appear in Kang Dynasty or Avengers 5 or Secret Wars or Avengers Forever or whatever they end up calling multiple sequels. It does make sense that it's going to happen that way, but there's also the use of the multiverse, so they could bring her back in that way if they do decide, hey, if you're dead, right? Well, you got the multiverse. You can bring her back and maybe do things differently. Maybe the whole cancer thing in the multiverse somehow is handled differently, so now she can remain Mighty Thor all the time. You know, we don't know. It's creative liberties, right? But I was kind of all about Mighty Thor, and then I saw kind of what they did with the MCU in that specific last film, which I hate. And I'm not sure if I want Mighty Thor back, especially if they're gonna keep CGing the helmet and it looks like it's floating on her head. I don't like that. What I'm saying is, I hope if they bring the character back that they fix up a lot of the mistakes and, just kind of, give us Mighty Thor from the comics and not kind of like a lazier version of her. I think that'd be more interesting. But again, just because I don't like Thor Love and Thunder, you're okay to like it. That's fine. I'm not saying that it's wrong to like it. People always get upset. I don't like it. I don't like Secret Invasion, on Eternals. You don't have to be, but, I'm just saying, for me, what they did with Mighty Thor didn't work, and I kind of lost interest. So, maybe they can rebuild it, but I'm kind of past the character at this point, I'll be real with you. Just, kind of past Thor as a whole. I just want new stuff. So, we'll see, I suppose.